Wonderful good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're doing good and had a great start into the trading week. Welcome to our Wednesday evening webinars at Admiral Markets, one of the best broker around the world. It's me, Markus Gabel, and I'm very happy, and it's a great honor for me that you'll be a part of this webinar education series, and I say hello and welcome to our webinar. This is an education series with a lot of topics, and our topic this evening is the Dow FIBO Pro setup. But before we will start with that, we have to talk about the risk disclaimer. You know, Forex and CFDs are complex instruments and came with a high risk of losing money rapidly due to leverage. And you should consider whether you understand how CFDs work and whether you can afford to take the high risk of losing your money. And this presentation and accompanying video is for information and educational purposes only. Online educational materials are developed by Admiral Markets and distributed for global audience for you. Therefore, please take into consideration that the information in this session may not be suitable for everyone. To get the corresponding information on charting conditions and any other details, please visit our homepage. Additionally, please be advised to study our kit, key information documents, in order to understand the nature, risk, costs, potential gains and losses of products offered by us. And since August this year, the regulation within the European Union differs between retail clients and professional clients. In our presentation, we only use demo trading accounts where all clients could still use a high leverage in a risk-free environment. Before opening a live trading account, please consider the differences between retail and professional trading terms. And why do you have to choose Admiral Markets? Because we have the best offerings, DAX 30, euros, euro, US dollar, and for me as a live trader, the high risk, the most important thing is no minimum stop distances or requotes, and that is very important. Okay. So yeah, there you see the difference between DAX and the margin between Forex and CFDs about the ESMA, the new leverage restrictions. And you can choose this one or use this one. More information on our homepage, please. Here you can see it. And www.admiralmarkets.com or Facebook, YouTube. And you can call Admiral Markets as well. So you can see in the webcam, I'm back at home, thanks God. We had a very exhausting last week. We were at the IB days, investment and business days in Frankfurt am Main. So I had 2 great speeches there and the live trading day. And it was a great effort and a great success there. And now, thanks God, I'm at home in my home office, as you can see on the webcam here in my office. What do we want to talk about this evening? The Dow FIBO Pro setup. It's basically it's the conclusion of what we talked about the last 9 weeks. 4 special topics, next 45 minutes around about the Dow FIBO Pro setup. We talk about that, the setup structure, and how it works, and rules. 5 rules. It's a very important topic this evening because it builds up on that what we talk about, how does the price develop and how the trend develop. So let's take a little bit look back. I guess you recognized that you and me, we are market participants. We are responsible for the price. Either we are short or we are long, or maybe we are standing on a sideline, we are flat. But you and me and all the other market participants are responsible for the price. So the price means supply and demand. Either there are more buyers than sellers. And finally, at the end of supply and demand, we have a trend. That's called technical analysis. And it doesn't matter if you are looking for a trend line or a Fibonacci retracement or a pivot point or the sunrise or the sunset, whatever you want to trade. At a special point in your trading, you have to buy or you have to sell, like all the other market participants. So it doesn't matter if you have a fundamental approach or if you have a technical approach or you are trading by the moon or whatever. You and me and all the other market participants are responsible for the price. And if there are more buyers, then you have more demand. If you have more sellers, you have more supply. And this consistently changing of supply and demand is leading to movement and correction. And this consistently changing of movement and correction is called, it's so easy, a trend. That's the end of every chart, whatever you are looking for. At the end, you can see in every chart, from tick chart to monthly chart, from minute chart to weekly chart. In every chart, it is a share, it is Forex, it is futures, it is whatever you want. Finally, it's a trend. And before we go inside of the market, and before we think about the Dow Fever Pro setup we want to talk this evening, we have two aims you think about, you have to figure out. The first task you have to figure out is actually at that moment you watch the chart, do you have more supply or demand? Are you in the move or are you in the correction? And if you were a part of the past webinars, you know we talk about the accumulation phase. And the accumulation phase is that special phase, the most important phase. We want to go inside of the market, not in the move. The move is meaning the distribution phase. We want to go inside in the correction, a valid trend in the correction. That's the reason why you have to figure out before you go inside of the market, before you risk your money, do you have more supply and demand? And the second task is, do we have the same one in the future? So you have to think about, where is the bus with the people inside who want to buy or sell the same like you? Where is the bus with the people inside who will push your order through the market in the direction you want to trade? That's the most important question. So first, are you in supply and demand? Are you in the move or in the correction? Are you in the move? Stay out. Are you in a correction? That's a good situation. But the second one, if you want to be a hero, then you can go inside. But you have to think about the bus with the people inside, which want to trade the same like you. That's the most important thing. That's more important than every other thing. So, and the bus, this picture in your mind, I'm talking about the bus in your mind with the people inside, means what kind of picture do you have in the bigger trend? Is there the same signal? Do you have the support of the bigger money? Do you have the support of the higher time frame? Then is getting your signal more valuable. And with this in our mind, this is so much important, this kind of topic. The thoughts about the smart money. Follow the footsteps. That is meaning with the picture when they're talking about the bus with the people inside who want to trade the same like you. So, and the higher time frame, the higher the time frame, the higher the volume. So either which time frame you want to use, you need to have a look at the higher time frame. It's not enough to see your signal in 5 minutes. Maybe that's okay when you see there the signal, when you see there the trend, and you have a signal in the correction, so in the accumulation phase. That's great. That's the first aim. But much more important is, what kind of picture do you have in 60 minutes in the hourly chart? There is the smart money. There is the higher volume because it's the higher time frame. And do you not have the support from the higher time frame? So your signal is not really valuable. If you have a signal in the 60 minutes and the 60-minute chart is your signal trend you want to trade, then you have to look for the daily chart. The view at the 60-minute chart is not the only one. It's not enough to have a signal in 60 minutes. You need the support from the higher time frame. You know you know about my speech, how much my focus is on the higher time frame. I'm trading since 18 years now, and I made so many experiences with every indicator, fucking oscillator, whatever. At the end, I swear to God, at the end, the trend is the alpha and omega in your trading, and the support from a higher time frame. Do you avoid to have a look at the higher time frame? On the long term end, you will fail in trading. I read a statistic these days, because a colleague told me about the statistic. Around 83% failed in trading or lost their money in trading during the last 3 months. You can see in a slide from Admiral Markets, 83%. In average, all the brokers between 74 and 92% losses money during the last 3 months. But I saw on statistic, ladies and gentlemen, during the last 2 years, 95 retail traders losses money in the market. 95%. Jesus Christ, 95% during the last 5 years losses money. So you have to ask by yourself, why? That's the reason. That's the big question, why? 95%. And I'm not finished. During the last, 2 years, that was 2 years, 95%. During the last 5 years, there are statistics. You can read it in the internet and Google it. There are statistics. During the last 5 years, in average, during the last 5 years, 98%, 98% of retail traders, is meaning private traders like you and me, losses their money in the market. 98%. 2%. 2% are successful in trading. And now it's your turn. Why? The first topic, they are not willing to learn that trading. They saw the advertisement of brokers. Wow, click, click, open account, look at the webinar, and DAX and Euro, whatever. You are successful. You are not. I swear to God, you are not. And the second thing is they avoid to open their mind for the higher time frame. Most of the unexperienced traders are looking for the 5-minute, like this one. You can see, like this one, focused on this only signal. And they're wondering why they are losing so much money. It would be enough to look at the hourly chart. You can see you are open your trade in the movement of the higher time frame, and the correction will come. You know, we talked about that. Don't forget, on a long term, on a long time distance, 98% are losing money in the market. So now it's up to you. On which side of the statistic do you want to stay? On the 98 or the 2%? It's your decision, not mine. I can teach you. I can show you the way. I can open you the door you have to go through. But walking, you have to go alone. This is a part of my trading education series called Know-how trading. We are talking, for your information, we are talking in German and in English there. And my homepage is in English as well for your information. And that is my topic as a coach. I make mistakes as well. I'm not a robot. I'm a human. I'm a normal human. I failed in trading as well. I have I have losses as well. But in the long term, I'm a winner. So I have 18 years experience, and I can give you a lot of my experience. But you have to do it by yourself. I can show you the way. I can open your door, but you have to go for yourself. And don't forget, the higher time frame is always the most important thing you have to figure out before you give your money in the market. I hope you understand that. It's so damned important. And now, that's a special slide here. We talked about the last time. It's only a conclusion of the last time before we build up to the Know-how FIBO Pro. You can see, if you want to see where is, I asked you last time where you're coming from. Salisbury, I know, and Boston, I know. If you want to see Boston, it's not enough to open the map of the world. You have to focus on it. But if you want to figure out where's Boston, is it on planet Mars or Venus, on Earth, you have to open the world map. Focus in, and zoom out. That's the topics about behind that slide. We figured out a trend is higher highs and lower highs, and a downtrend is lower lows and lower highs. Yes, that means movement and correction. And finally, a trend is like you're throwing a ball downstairs. Either how big is the step, or how deep is the step. A trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break, as long as the stairs go down. Okay, at any special place the stairs go down is open end, and then you can go on the other side. But either is the step or is the stair more bigger or smaller. Maybe the correction is more bigger or more smaller. but it throw down. Always. Not throw up. In a downstairs, in a downtrend, the ball throw down, falls down, never up. That's physics, of course. So, what does it mean as a result for your trading? You have to figure out the first task, is the market in the move or is it in the correction? Either you trade in 5 minutes or in 10 minutes or in 50 minutes or whatever you trade, maybe 4 hours chart. You have to figure out, is the market in the move or in the correction? But that's not enough. We talked about it very especially. You see the wanderer. He's standing on the top of the hill. And he's looking down. And he can see, oh, great, that's going down. It's so easy to go down. It's like a short trade. Okay, that's okay. But the wanderer and most of the unexperienced traders forget to have a look back to the higher time frame. That's the special topic. You have to figure out, where are you in the market? Not that view. Okay, that's going down. I can see it. But is it a part of a down way basically in general? Or is it this one? Is it only a correction of an uptrend? Is it a little bit down in general, or is it a little bit down for the next up move? That you have to figure out before you go inside of the market. You always need, I swear, you always need the support of the higher time frame. That means burn it in your brain, this slide. I please you, burn it in your brain. It's so much important to have the support of the higher time frame. And if you figured out that your signal trend and the higher time frame show you the same situation, a stable trend, a valid trend, outcoming of the correction, that's the best. Go inside and let it run your trade for you. That is the money. That makes your money. So, as a result for your trading, what means the current picture in the higher time frame? Are you in the move there, or are you in the correction there? In my opinion, after almost 90 years, 18 years of trading, that's the conclusion, that's the end of trading. You have to figure out, where are you in the market? So, and that's, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Dow How FIBO Pro setup. Success, my dears, is not a fantasy, not in trading. It's a formula. And based on that topic, based on that slides here, a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. And thus, that doesn't mean that slide. You can see outcoming of the correction, the trend continuation, the small red trend you can see in the slide here, has a probability of around 65% of continuation. That's the hit quote. That's the probability that you will make, that you can make a positive trade, that you will make a winner. Based on that, what we talked about the last weeks, how does a price develop and how does the trend develop? You know it. A trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. And then That's 65%. You can be successful with 65% if you make sure that you are in the accumulation phase, if you make sure that you are in the correction phase, and that you make sure you are a part of the next movement. It's okay, 65%, but you can see another number here, 72%. And that means that picture here. If you make sure that you have the support, of the higher time frame, by a divergence, by a own trend, whatever, most important that you have the support of the higher time frame. That means that you have a probability of a winning trade of almost 72%. That's, ladies and gentlemen, is trading. So I know that's my trading approach. There exist a lot of trading approaches in the market. You can make whatever you want, and we are talking about special other setups in the future. We have some webinars ahead. But this one, whatever you want to trade, you can trade about indicators, you can trade about oscillators, you can trade about sunrise or sunset or waves in the sea or whatever you want. If your wife or girlfriend is in a good mood or a bad mood, it doesn't matter. You can trade whatever you want. At the end, it's a fucking trend, no more and no less. And a trend continuation is more likely than a trend break. I try to implement your techniques. They are, thank you very much. Very welcome. Thanks for this, for that answer, for that comment. Thank you very much. If you have more questions, let me know. Can visit my homepage, www.dowhow-trading.com. Send me an email. We can talk about everything. You can call me. Here's my phone. We can talk about everyone. There's no secrets, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of my colleagues make a great secret. There's a great secret in the trading, and you have to pay a lot of money for the secret. No, I tell it. I make open the secret. The biggest secret, I swear. Let me tell you something. The biggest secret in trading is that doesn't exist a secret. That's one of the easiest trading approaches ever. The real secret is yourself. The real secret exists only in yourself. The real challenge is taking place in your mind. Why? Look at the numbers. You can read there around 65% or 72%. You can read 100%. You can read only 65 or 72, not 100. So you can see there's a risk of almost 35 or 28%. That's the reason why so many people failed in trading. They are looking for the Holy Grail. But the Holy Grail doesn't exist. The Holy Grail is you and me. We are the Holy Grail. The real challenge is taking place in your mind. Do we accept that we cannot make 100% setups? Do we accept that there doesn't exist 100% setups in trading? Do you accept that? Do you accept it? Then you have a real chance to survive in trading. And that is our tool, that's our topic, that's our task, what we do, what we have to do. We have to survive in trading. It's not fun. It's a fucking job we have to do. That's a damn work we have to do. It's not funny to make trades. It's not funny to lose money. It's a great word. It's funny to lose money. I have to, it's great. It's funny. It's not funny to lose money. You know what I mean. Most of the people failed because you cannot know when the drawdown phase is starting. Maybe you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 losses in the row. And then most of the people think, oh, damn, that's the wrong setup. I have to choose it. I have to choose another one. Then they try another one setup. They make a winner, a third winner, then they come their first loser. And they said, okay, it's a part of trading for first loser. And then they come the second, the third, the fourth loser. And they said, oh, damn, that's a wrong setup. I have to choose the next setup. I have to choose the next indicator or whatever you want. They doesn't realize. And they didn't and they don't realize that there doesn't exist a 100% setup in the market. That's so damned important, ladies and gentlemen. But if you accept the losses, if you are hold on your rules, that's important. If you break your rules, you deserve your loss. You deserve it. But if you hold on your rules, then the losses are a part of successful trading. So that's the reason, that's the background of my special topic here. Success is not a fantasy, it's a formula. And trend continuation, trend trading is a formula. You can do it again and again and again. And if you see how my EA, my expert advisor on Admiral works, you can see it. How does it work? And how successful it is on a long time on a long time distance. That's so much important. Always go with the trend and look for bigger timers before making any decision. Yes, Andre, that's right. That's so important. Go with the trend and have a look at the bigger time frame. You need the support of the higher time frame. Yeah? Christine, thank you very much. You make me shy. I only do my job for you. That's my job. There is no secret in trading. I have 18 years, almost 19 years experience in trading. I have lost all my money. To be honest, I lost my family. Really, I lost my family about that fucking trading here. I lost everything. I swear, I lost everything. It was a really hard time. And that's my job as a coach. That's my job as a trader, as a mentor in my trading community. I want to help you to avoid to make the same mistakes I made. It's not worthwhile to invest all your time for trading. And the Dowhow Fibo Pro setup is one of the easiest setups you can use. So let's talk about the 5 rules. Here are the 5 rules. Rule number 1, a valid trend is needed. Recognize or remember the 4 words. Can you remember 4 words? Can you burn it in your brain, here in your brain? No trade. No, it's a long day. No trend. No trade. Come on, let's talk together. Let's say it together. You are at home. Maybe your wife will think you are crazy a little bit. But talk it. Say it loudly. Say it loudly at home. No trend, no trade. Can you remember it? It's so important. Again and again and again. No trend, no trade. Because the big money, it's a secret, I tell you. It's a secret. The smart money, the big money are trend traders. So can you remember? No trend, no trade. It's really easy. That's rule number 1. A valid trend is needed. Very sorry to hear you being serious that you lost everything in your family. Yes, that's not a joke. It's not a joke. I make no jokes about that topic. Really, I started with trading. Maybe are you interested on it? I know we have not that time, but maybe are you interested in my experience? And maybe I will tell you a little bit about that. If you are interested, if you're not right, it's not. It's your decision, not mine. I started around 18 years ago, and I made the same mistakes as everyone. I trade about indicators, oscillators. I tried everything, whatever you find in the internet. So 18 years ago, you found not so many things about the internet. So you have to go your own way. And trading makes addicting. You know, you are focused. I thought I'm the most important thing in trading. If I don't have a trade, the stock exchange will crash. That was my topic. That was my thoughts. I thought I'm the most important person in the universe because Marcus is trading now. There was one situation in my life that was very close when my family left me. It was one evening. I had an open position in gold, and I swear we are sitting on the table for dinner. My wife, children, and I have my open notebook on the table. We are eating dinner, and I have my fucking notebook on the table. I wasn't able to talk with my wife or with my children. I was focused on my open gold position. And where they're asking me about something, I said, I have no time. I have to watch. I have to watch my open position, as if I was able to have an impact of that open position. That was the end. After that time, I have no time for my family. I was so involved in that topic. Again, they left me because I risked all the money of the family, and they lost everything. Money. How much did you lose? It was too much. It was all we have. It was all we have at that time on our saved account. I lost everything. And then my past wife said, are you crazy? I cannot live with you anymore. And that is what trading makes with you. If you have not attention about what trading is meaning, really is meaning. And I talk to I have so much talks with my clients, and it's always the same. Maybe it was last year. No, it's 2 years ago. An adult man, 56 years old, was standing in front of me, 56 years old, a great man, a really great man, tall, powerful, 56 years old. He was on my seminar, and we have a private talk. He was crying. A great man standing in front of me and was crying. Why? He lost almost all the money they have. And before he came to my seminar, he has a talk to his wife. And his wife said to him, this is your last chance. Your last chance. If you are not successful after the seminar, I will leave you. With the children. Ladies, that's not a joke. It's not a funny topic. It's a serious topic. And that's the reason why you have to hold on your rules. And I can see you have maybe same situation. Similar, I lost around £30,000 on both binary options and Forex trading. Have you managed to recover your losses to break even? Yes, I have. But it took years. It took years. Forget it to get back your money in a short time. And today I can say it's not a topic of a setup. I only was able to get back my money when I was willing to change my mind, to change my attitude, to change my view about trading. Today, trading is a part of my life. Earlier in my life, when my family was gone, life was a part of trading. I think you see the difference. And that you have to avoid. Avoid to forget your wife. Avoid to forget your children. Avoid to forget your friends. You can see my hourly class in the back. Don't forget that. Don't forget it. If the last piece is fallen down, I can change the hourly class. But is fallen your last piece in your life, you cannot change the glass. It's over. It's over and out. And it's not okay if the last thing you saw before you leave this world is a red, a blue, a green candle. That you have to avoid. It's not funny. And that's what I tell and what I am telling all the day to my clients in my trading education service. And that's the reason why we want to talk about the 5 rules. Sorry for that words, but I saw your questions, and I think it's so really important, and it's a hard how should I say, it's a thing of my heart that you feel that what trading can do with people. And that humans, today the people are interesting for me, not the damn trading. That's not interesting. Either the trade is running or it's not. I hold my rules, and I don't have an impact of a running trade. I can make nothing. I only can wait if I will get a loss or a winner. That's all. Because my job is to figure out my aims before I risk my money. If I have a running trade, you can do nothing. Okay, you can go outside. That's all. Okay. But that's the reason why all my clients, I have around 100 clients in my education service. Everyone, every woman, every man is so much more important for me as a coach and a mentor than every fucking trade. I swear to God. Second rule. Let's go back. Second rule, the correction has run at least 38%. Why? We need the accumulation phase. Yeah? We need the correction. Not in the move, we need the correction. Rule number 3, the major of the trend. Maximum the 4th trend arm. You know, one movement, one correction is one trend arm. Make sure that the trend is not too major. Why? The more the trend is major, the less a trend continuation is possible. That's all. Rule number 4, waiting for the rebound. So in that case, Heikin Ashi is helping us with a balanced candle. Yes, waiting for the rebound. It's one of the special topic of a lot of retail traders. A lot of retail traders have the problem they want to be the first one in the market. And you know, guys, it's for the guys, not for the woman in our audience here. You know, guys, it's not okay if you are the first one. Never in your life, not in no situation. It's the best you are the first one. You know it. Ask your girlfriend or ask your wife, you know that. And it's the same in trading. It's not okay to be the first one. Be patient. Be patient. Yes, Christine is laughing. I thought so. She knows what I'm talking about. And it's the same in trading. I swear, it's the same in trading. Wait for the rebound. Be patient. Wait for the balance candle in Heikin Ashi, and then you can make a stop buy or a stop sell. And rule number 5, Fibonacci gives you the target. The deeper we are correcting, the closer our target is there. Let's see here. So you can see here this is the expert advisor. He fulfill the 5 rules. You can see it in this trade here right now. We have a trend, a valid trend. You know the 4 words? Can you say it? What are the 4 words you have to remember? Type it in the chat box. Come on, help me a little bit. Then we are finished. We have only 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes to go. Do you know the 4 words? Come on, type it in. Yes, really, Christine. Great. You know the 4 words you have to remember? Do you know it? No trend, no trade. It's not really difficult. You can see it here in the chart. We have here a trend. Here actually you can see. You have here the trend. Here is our balance candle. You can see it a little bit. Balance candle inside. Here's the target. And now, what does it mean if we say Fibonacci gives us the target? You can see it. So let's see. Let's see a running trade, US Canadian dollar. Let's see here. Yes, here you can see it. So look at this one. We have rule number 1. We have a trend. You can see it here. Rule number 2. There, let's see. I will paint it for you, then you can see it better. We have here the correction. You can see it. Here was the correction. And here, that's special point. Rule number 2, 38% at least. Correction. That's the accumulation phase. Rule number 3, the trend not too major, the trend. Maximum the 4th trend arm. You can see this is the 1st trend arm, this is the 2nd trend arm. So next one you can see here. Here was balance candle, here and this one. And then we have the target. It's not really difficult. The Fibonacci gives us the target. You can see we are correcting at the red point 61% of Fibonacci. And you can see automatically, the EA makes it automatically, the target is the red line on the 68% on the extended version of Fibonacci. That means when I said red to red, blue to blue, green to green, and black to black, you can see the deeper we are correcting, the closer the target lies. The deeper we are correcting on the green side, the target lies at the green one. The deeper we are correct on the black, the target is at the black, and blue to blue. And now we were correcting at the red 50. It's a space between 80, third percent, at least 38%. That's the condition. And latest 68, the red one, red to red here on the upper side. And now you can see the trade is running. And now we're expecting that we can reach the target here on the right side. That's all. That's all. Dow FIBO Pro setup. Maybe you ask, what's about the bigger time frame? Look at the daily chart. You can see the same like here. We have a trend. We have, let's see, I paint it for you. It's a little bit difficult here. We have this trend, movement, correction, movement. It's a little bit bigger, this trend, correction. And you can see we were in the correction. We can see here the market profile. We have a stabilization here. And now we have the support that a trend continuation is more likely than a trend break. Now you have the support of the higher time frame. And you can see there was a balanced candle as well. Look at this one. And now a trend continuation. I don't know how far the movement will go. I don't know yet. But it doesn't matter. I don't care about that because I know a trend continuation is more likely than a trend break. And the price must not rise up to this point too, because it's enough to have the support of the higher time frame. And now the price is going up, and maybe we will reach this. We will see next week. This is the Dow FIBO Pro. Based on our topics of how does a price develop and how does the trend develop. A question. Do you think that's difficult? Or do you think it's easy? What's your opinion? Type it in the chat box, please. Only a few words. Not a Roman. Only a few words. Easy and lovely. Oh, thanks. Yes. What time frame, Christine, you asked me, what time frames work best for the setup? I make very good experiences with the hourly chart. And yes, with hourly chart, and the support comes from the daily chart, the leading trend in the daily chart. But also we are making in 5 minutes in my community, my family. I called it Dow family because we have a very family character there, because we are fighting on the same war in the trading. And on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we make day trading in 5 minutes in the Forex market in 5 minutes. And here is the leading trend, the hourly chart. So it works in 5 minutes as well as an hourly chart, but it's a little bit more calm if you make the trades in hourly chart. And maybe you have a job, you are a part-time trader, then I guess it's better you make your trades in the hourly chart. And you're using this expert advisor is so helpful, I think, because you make your job on weekend. You figured out through the row of the Forex of the currency market, and you figured out where are you in that time frame in the hourly chart. Are you in the move or in the correction? Same rules. Valid trend, no trade. That's important. In the correction, or as a support on the bottom or on the top, or maybe divergence we talk about every week, and you need the support. That's all what you have to do on the weekend. And if you find a currency pair like US dollar, Canadian dollar, where you can see in the daily chart, oh, there's a support there, a trend continuation, then settle down the expert advice in the hourly chart, and this is running the rest of the week. You have to do nothing. The expert advisor makes his job. So do you use tick charts? No, Jack. No, I don't use tick charts. I don't need it. I'm very calm in my trading, and you can see there are 3 open positions there. I don't need tick charts because hourly chart is my special space. Thank you, Brian. Very welcome. Thank you for your comment. What's your website again? So I can give you just a moment. Give me just a second. How trading? I will give you it in the English version. So here are. So let's see here the English version. Yes, here we are. So I put it in the chat box. Look at this one here in the chat box. So here's my homepage. You'll find it in the chat box. And this is an Heikin-Ashi chart, Fib retracement and extensions. Thank you. Yes, that's the Fibonacci. That's the Heikin-Ashi chart. You can find it on Admiral Markets in the Navigator. Here on, let's see, Navigator. There you can find here the Heikin-Ashi. Here is it. Here on the left side, you can see here is the here's the Heikin-Ashi, and put it in the chart, and the chart is changing to the Heikin-Ashi. And yes, Fibonacci retracement and extensions is a part in this color, red to red, not in normal, but in that color, it's a part of the expert advisor. I make it trading a little bit easier, red to red, blue to blue, green to green. That's the Fibonacci Dow Fibo Pro. Okay, oh, Jesus Christ, it's 7 o'clock. I guess I talked too much to you. Sorry about that. Thanks for your time. I have to switch to the, yes, this one. Thanks for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. This was a next part of our trading education series. Next week, we talk about a second setup, trading by reversal bars. It's a great topic, a second topic, and maybe you will be a part of them. Thanks for your time. I wish you a great evening, and spend your time with your family, with your friends is more important than trading. And I don't find your website. Okay, use that, use it. Use it, dowhow-scraping.com. Here is again in the, or try to type in Google Dowhow trading, or my name, Markus Gabel. It's the same. You will find it there. Okay, thank you, and see you next week. Thanks for your time. Have a nice time, and God bless you, and will encourage you through your ways through the rest of your week. Bye bye. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.